This specific episode is going to deal with Bharatanatyam hair. We usually do a long braid that though is universally accepted as one of the most beautiful aspects of going on stage, can also be quite tricky sometimes. There are small tips and tricks that you can actually put into this. Put into having a wonderful braid that can be safe, secure on stage. Let's go take a look at it. So let's quickly get on with starting our hair. The most important step for making sure that you have a really good braid is preparing the hair right. Make sure that your hair is not over oily. Make sure that it is not full of tangles. A good idea would actually be to take a nice conditioned hair bath the previous day and not on the day. So what we have here is a nice well conditioned hair. Then start taking with the center partition, a neat center partition right to the middle of the hair, and then comb it out. The next part, we have to place the rakodi and the rakodi bun right on top over here, right in the same angle as the jawbone, going upwards in a diagonal. So that's approximately over here. And then you make a quick short braid. See, if I place it at the bottom of the hair, it's coming right on top. Take a thick strand of hair and make a small braid. This section need not be too long, and it will help us find the spot for fixing the rakodi or the head jewel later. Use a small thin rubber band to secure that braid. Comb the hair out neatly. Use a strong black rubber band to secure the hair neatly at the nape of the neck. This will help stop the hair from becoming loose later. The hair gel is your best friend. Take a generous amount and apply it so that it helps keep the hair neat and not have any flyaways. That is the sauri or the false hair. Attach a black thread or a kaira to the top. Depending on the length that you need, you can either attach the false hair to the top or braid down a little bit further down before you have to attach the false hair. Make sure that you don't let the black thread get tangled with the braid. Keep it aside. Use a good amount of hair gel to keep your strands neat and tidy. Using hair gel and removing chick or the tangles in the hair helps keep the braid smooth. It also creates enough texture for the hair not to slip down and fall off. Keep a steady tension and plait. When you reach the ends, I really like to use my gel again. It is also completely okay if you have strands coming off. We have another trick coming up further down to help you deal with them. Now add the kunjalam or the hanging part of the braid. Make sure that you have it at the right height. Attach it and gently braid down. I also like to add gel here to keep the ends neat and tidy and together. Once you reach the very end, you can use the black thread to fold in any of the extra hair around the kunjalam. Rotate it well and tie it down. Put in tight knots to keep it safe and secure. This can sometimes take a little practice, but once done right, it's quite easy. This is the tip for you to deal with flyaways. Use a hairnet to gently cover that place. Take a needle and thread. You can use a thick thread, a yarn, and stitch it in. This way, the net will not come out and it will give a very neat appearance while also keeping it safe. Carefully tuck in all the extra strands and stitch it in. This hairnet can also be used all over the braid if required to give a neat and professional look. It can also be used to spot treat, like for example near the kunjalam or any other flyaway along the braid. Another idea is to also stitch in the hair billai or the jewelry. Now that you have the braid ready, don't forget to tie the black thread at the top. These are all extra measures to keep your braid safe, and you will not be able to see these things on stage. Coming on top, I like to stitch the rakodi into the bun. This makes sure that it will not shake or fall down, and I attach a black thread to the inner corner. This becomes one single full statement. You can also have other size buns that are available in the US or a standard bun like I've shown here in India. Remember to stitch it in neatly and use the black thread. Thread the karuppu kairu or the thread through the small braid that you have over there. Pull it up, make sure that it's in the right angle and secure it with the knots. Remember to always put in some bobby pins or hair slides so that it doesn't slide down. I also make it a point to put in a slide at the very bottom. This way, the hair will not get pulled. At the same time, the bun is secure. Tie the jewelry in carefully and feel free to attach it with bobby pins, as many as you need. Another small tip is to put a small bobby pin under the Chandran Suryan, which will not let it slide off of the black thread. Secure your full headset the way you usually will. Make sure that you put enough bobby pins and slides. The next part comes putting the flowers. A veni poo is attached to the rakodi and bun. Secure the black thread again with more bobby pins. You can either use cloth flowers or paper flowers. I've shown a few options here with what is available. You can use a 3-layer sandwich like what I've shown here. You can tie the black thread of the flower to the headset's black thread and then secure it with pins. This will give a full completed look. In case you don't want to, you can also use 2 colors to place it along in the same way. Tie it and secure it with enough bobby pins. A tip that you can do is to open out the flowers, expose the thread, and use a bobby pin to secure the flowers to different parts of the head. This way, even if one place fails, your flowers are still secured. And now you have a beautiful, functional, neat braid ready to help you make an impression on stage. Thank you so much for watching us.